Tonight, we dive into a world where charm is measured not by height, not by muscles, not even by high notes, but by something far more intimate, far more unexpectedly powerful, the seductive, irresistible, camera-melting lip aura of BTS. Yes, you heard that right. In this episode, we're pulling back the velvet curtain on a ranking that armies across the globe have debated for years, sometimes playfully, sometimes passionately, sometimes with the intensity of a thesis defense, because when it comes to BTS, even the smallest detail can send millions into a spiral of admiration. But here's the twist. This list isn't just about who has the best lips. No, this is about who has the kind of lip presence that makes fans pause a fan cam and whisper, "Hold on, what did I just witness?" It's about the subtle curve that appears when one member starts to laugh, the hidden softness that only shows up during a live stream, the unexpectedly sharp edges seen under stage lights, the way a simple bite, poot, smirk, or a half smile can turn into a global event within minutes. And the real question is this: how do these 7 men who stand together as brothers each manage to create completely different emotional universes with something as small as their lips? What makes one pair look angelic and comforting, another pair look sinful and cinematic, while another seems carved by a sculptor who understood exactly how to make millions weak in the knees? Even more mysterious, why do fans from different continents all agree on certain moments as legendary lip moments? Is it the lighting, the charisma, the personality behind the smile? Or something deeper, something about the stories these lips have carried through years of practice rooms, tearful nights, award shows, military service, and global stages? Tonight, we unravel those questions one by one as we move through a countdown filled with nostalgia, surprise, emotional reflection, and yes, a little bit of playful chaos. Because this isn't just a ranking, it's a journey into the very essence of why BTS continues to dominate not just musically, but emotionally, visually, and culturally. So buckle up, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, are you truly prepared to face the 7 lip legends who have shaped the internet, inspired fan edits, ignited trends, and triggered countless heart palpitations? Because once we begin this list, there is no turning back. This is Top 7 BTS members with the sexiest lips, according to ARMY Worldwide, and the countdown starts right now. Number 7. RM, the unexpected magnetic intellectual. When we talk about RM, most people rush to mention his brain first, his IQ, his lyricism, the way he speaks like he's weaving philosophy into casual conversation. But ARMYs know there's another piece of Kim Namjoon's charm that has slowly, quietly, and then suddenly not so quietly taken over the fandom's collective heart: his lips. Yes, RM's lips, the ones that look soft even through 4 Kelvin's cameras, the ones that move with a deliberate calm whenever he's deep in thought, the ones that have become the unexpected underdog in this global ranking. At first glance, people often underestimate them. They think, oh, RM is more of a brainy, poetic type. But then a close-up appears in a Bangtan bomb, or a moment from a live broadcast resurfaces, and everyone collectively realizes, wait, why does he look like he's about to star in a slow-burn romance drama? RM's lips aren't flashy or overly styled. Instead, they have this grounded, natural softness, like they belong to someone who has lived through countless stories, carried too many emotions, and learned to hold back tears and laughter in equal measure. They fit him perfectly. Full enough to be visually striking, yet relaxed enough to match his calm demeanor. Fans love how he presses them together when he's concentrating, creating a small curve that somehow looks both shy and effortlessly sexy. They love how he absent-mindedly bites them during interviews while thinking of the right words, making editors of fan cams scream into the void. But if you trace the history of RM's lip moments, you'll find something deeper, a timeline of growth. From the rookie days when he hid behind thick eyeliner and oversized caps, to his era as the eloquent leader standing on the United Nations stage, to military photos where his face looked sharper, but his lips remained the same gentle contrast. His lips tell the story of softness surviving in a hard world, and maybe that's why armies admire them so much. They're a reminder that even someone strong, brilliant, and constantly burdened with responsibility, can still carry something delicate. Every smile he tries to hide, every smirk that slips out when another member makes a ridiculous joke, every quiet he makes before answering a question becomes a whole event online. And for many ARMYs, one of the most unforgettable moments is the way his lips move when he raps, not because of speed or technique, but because of this fluid motion he has developed through years of practice, almost like the words glide out naturally from a place carved inside him. It's hypnotic, it's intimate, it's unbelievably attractive. But maybe the real reason RM lands at number 7 is because his lips embody mystery. They never scream for attention, but somehow they get it. They're not the loudest, but they're unforgettable. They're the kind of lips that make you want to lean in not because they're dramatic, but because they're quietly magnetic, carrying stories only he understands. In the world of BTS visuals, where everything shines bright, RM's lips glow differently, subtle, warm, intellectual, and dangerously calming. And that, right there, is why ARMYs around the world place him on this list, because no one else has lips that say so much, even when he isn't speaking at all. Number 6. Jimin, the soft-spoken seduction. Jimin's lips are the kind of beauty that creeps up on you slowly, so subtly, so gently that you don't even realize you're falling under their spell until it's too late. There's something impossibly cinematic about them, something that mixes innocence with danger, tenderness with temptation, angelic sweetness with a quiet fire that only shows itself when the moment calls for it. ARMYs often describe Jimin's lips as soft focus beauty, the kind of feature that feels like it was designed for close-up shots in a romantic film, where the camera lingers just a second longer than it should. They're naturally plush, slightly heart-shaped, and tinted with that signature pink tone that makes him look like he stepped straight out of a painting. But what really drives fans insane is the way those lips move, not just how they look. Jimin speaks softly, but every word seems to float, almost glide, as if his lips were created for emotional delivery. When he smiles, the entire atmosphere changes. The edges curve upward with a gentleness that makes people instinctively relax, like they're watching someone who truly means every drop of affection he gives. Yet the contrast, is where the obsession begins. Because Jimin's lips aren't just soft and sweet, they also have a sharp, devastating side that shows up on stage. When he performs, especially in songs like Lie, Filter, or even during the dance breaks in Fake Love, there's a split second when his lips tighten, forming a concentrated expression that screams intensity. The softness turns into power, the sweetness into sensuality, and the audience is left wondering how the same person who giggles like a shy angel can, within seconds, look like he's about to ruin someone's life in the best way possible. Fans still talk about legendary moments, fan cams that zoom so close you can see the texture of his lips under stage lights, live broadcasts where he does that unconscious lip bite when he's nervous, backstage clips where he pouts without realizing it, sending millions into meltdown. And let's not forget his habit of licking his lips before singing or speaking, something so small yet so devastating that even veteran ARMYs are never prepared. But beyond aesthetics, Jimin's lips carry emotion. Years of pressure, sleepless nights, perfectionist tendencies, and unspoken worries have shaped the way he holds his mouth, sometimes tight when he's stressed, sometimes trembling slightly when he's moved to tears. You can see everything he feels there, like his lips are emotional indicators that reveal what his heart can't always say. What makes Jimin truly unique is how accessible he feels through his expressions. His lips don't create a barrier, they invite you in, asking you to look closer, stay longer, feel deeper. They create a connection, a sense of vulnerability that fans cherish. ARMYs say his lips are the kind you don't just admire, you experience them, because they carry softness, sincerity, and an intimacy that can't be replicated by makeup, lighting, or angles. That is why Jimin lands at number 6. Not because his lips are simple, but because they are layered. They're gentle yet seductive, delicate yet powerful, sweet yet devastating. They make you feel like you're witnessing something real, something human, something beautifully flawed and beautifully enchanting at the same time. Jimin's lips are not just sexy, they are storytelling devices, emotional amplifiers, and tiny, perfect works of art shaped by years of love, pain, laughter, and passion. And that, ARMYs agree, is a level of beauty that deserves its own place in history. Number 5. Jin, the worldwide handsome heartthrob. Jin's lips are the kind of beauty that make people stop mid-sentence, tilt their heads, and whisper, "Hold on, how is that even real?" If there were ever a feature on a human face that seemed handcrafted by a celestial sculptor with an obsession for symmetry, softness, and subtle sensuality, it would be Kim Seok-jin's lips. They are legendary, not because they try to be, but because they simply are a quiet masterpiece resting on the face of a man already famous for being worldwide handsome. Yet ARMYs know the truth. Jin's lips are a whole separate category of their own. A feature that deserves its own fan club, its own archive, maybe even its own museum wing. What makes Jin's lips so mesmerizing isn't just their shape, though the shape alone could ruin someone's week. They're full without being exaggerated, soft without being delicate, and naturally pink in a way that makes makeup artists around the world sigh in resignation. There's a gentle curve to them, a slow upward tilt that makes every smile feel like an inside joke between him and the universe. But what ARMYs love most is how animated Jin's lips are. He doesn't simply talk, he performs with his mouth. Every joke, every dramatic story, every over-the-top reaction is made 10 times funnier, sweeter, or more flirtatious because of how his lips move. When he's excited, they stretch into that heart-shaped smile that lights up entire stadiums. When he's teasing, they twist into a mischievous smirk that could launch 1,000 edits on TikTok. And when he's touched or emotional, there's a tiny quiver at the edges that reveals the softness behind his confident persona. But the real obsession? The pout. Jin's pout is practically a historical artifact in ARMY lore. It's iconic, instantly recognizable, and so unbelievably natural that fans often joke he doesn't do the pout. He is the pout. No one before him did it quite like this, and no one after him has come close. It's adorable, it's expressive, and on certain days, it's dangerously attractive. Fans have traced the evolution of his pout from debut days round, baby-faced, playful, to the more refined version he carried in later years, a pout that somehow looked both regal and irresistibly cute. But Jin's lips also hold emotion in a way that feels deeply human. During performances, especially in songs like Epiphany or The Astronaut, there's a gentleness in the way he parts his lips to breathe, a vulnerability that slips through his practiced stage presence. You can almost see his heart beating in those tiny moments, the quiet inhale before a high note, the quick flick of his tongue when he's nervous, the tight press of his lips when he's holding back tears at a concert. These intimate details are why ARMYs see Jin's lips, not merely as a visual highlight, but as a window into his soul. And let's not skip his military era, because fans definitely didn't. Even in uniform, even with his hair shaved, even with no makeup and minimal lighting, Jin's lips stood out like a soft rose petal in a field of sharp lines and discipline. They made him look gentle even when he was performing intense drills, a reminder that no matter how tough the environment, Seok-jin's softness refuses to dim. And maybe that's the core of his appeal. His lips embody duality. They're cute yet sexy, soft yet commanding, playful yet profoundly emotional. They carry warmth, humor, sincerity, and unexpected sensuality all at once. ARMYs didn't put Jin at number 5 because his lips are lesser. They put him here because this ranking is terrifyingly competitive, and he still stands out as one of the most unforgettable lip icons in K-pop history. Jin's lips don't just enhance his face, they complete his character, amplify his charm, and remind the world why he truly deserves the title Worldwide Handsome, right down to the smallest, softest detail. Number 4, Jewel's Hope, the sunshine flame you never saw coming. J-Hope's lips are one of the biggest plot twists in the entire BTS visual universe, because at first glance, you think you know him. You think of bright smiles, bubbly laughter, sunshine energy, a man who radiates warmth so fiercely that even his shadow seems friendly. But that's where the illusion begins, because Hobi's lips are not just cute or cheerful. They are a hidden source of charisma so intense, so unexpectedly seductive, that ARMYs often joke he could single-handedly destroy the internet simply by switching from smile mode to serious mode in under 1 second. And he does it constantly. What makes J-Hope's lips unforgettable is their remarkable versatility. When he laughs, really laughs, his whole mouth opens wide with genuine joy, the kind that makes you feel lighter just by watching. His lips stretch into shapes that feel almost childlike, sincere, and free, as if he's letting you borrow a little piece of his sunshine. In those moments, his lips represent comfort, healing, the pure warmth of someone who loves making people happy. But when the music starts, when he steps onto a stage, when the choreography hits that sharp beat, everything shifts. His lips tighten, sharpen, move with precision, and suddenly he's not sunshine anymore. He's fire, he's edge, he's danger in human form. During performances like Outro, Ego, Airplane Patente 2, Chicken Noodle Soup, and especially his solo More, J-Hope's lips take on a completely different persona. The playful curves disappear, replaced by a controlled, razor-sharp expressiveness that slices through the beat with confidence. The way he shapes syllables when he raps quick, rhythmic, almost percussive, could make anyone rethink how attractive lip movement can be. There's a reason editors use slow motion on him so often. His lips move like part of the choreography, each word landing with intention, each breath a dramatic moment on its own. Fans still talk about the Hobie lip bite era, when he'd absent-mindedly drag his lower lip between his teeth after dancing, as if he didn't know he had just caused emotional chaos in 100 countries simultaneously. But he knew. Oh, he definitely knew. And armies knew too. Yet behind all this charisma, there is something even deeper. J-Hope's lips hold years of discipline, training, and emotional resilience. The way he presses them together when he's concentrating in the studio, the small downward curve that appears when he's worried about a member, the barely noticeable twitch when he tries not to cry, these are details fans have learned to read like a second language. Unlike some members who wear their emotions openly, J-Hope often hides his behind a smile, and his lips are the first place where the truth leaks through. That tiny moment after a long rehearsal, when he exhales and his lips part slightly from exhaustion, that's the human J-Hope, the one who works twice as hard to make sure his light reaches everyone else. His lips tell stories of passion, leadership, quiet stress, and unstoppable determination. And then there's another layer, his artistic identity. As J-Hope grew into roles as producer, choreographer, and creative director, fans noticed how his expressions shifted. His lips became symbols of maturity, of someone who had stepped into his own power. During Jack in the Box, his aesthetic changed from bright pop colors to gritty, bold, monochrome intensity. His lips, now framed by fiercer styling, carried a darker allure, a rebellious confidence that fans were absolutely not prepared for. Suddenly, the Sunshine Angel had the lips of a rock star, a renegade, an artist who wasn't afraid to burn down expectations just to build something new. That duality, light and flame, softness and sharpness, comfort and chaos, is what makes J-Hope's lips so uniquely captivating. They embody all sides of him, shifting effortlessly between the boy who laughs with his whole heart and the man who conquers stages with a single smirk. Armies place him at number 4, not because he barely made it, but because in a ranking this brutally competitive, Hobie still shines with the force of a supernova. His lips are warmth you run toward, fire you can't escape, and charisma you feel deep in your chest long after the moment passes. J-Hope's lips don't just exist, they perform, they speak, they vibrate with energy, and they stay in your memory long after the stage lights fade. Number 3, Suga, the silent fire that burns through every close-up. Suga's lips are the type of beauty that don't scream, they whisper. They don't demand your attention, they steal it when you least expect it. In a group as visually explosive as BTS, Yoongi has always been the quiet assassin, the man whose presence slips into your bloodstream slowly, then hits you all at once when you finally realize, oh no, this is dangerous. Armies around the world place him at number 3 not because his lips are flashy or dramatic, but because they possess a very specific kind of allure. Subtle, controlled, devastatingly intimate. Suga's lips are naturally full, soft, and shaped with a perfect balance, rounded edges, gentle curves, and that faint upward tilt that gives him a perpetual look of understated charm. But what fans love most is the contrast. His lips look soft enough to melt under a warm spotlight, yet his expressions are often guarded, restrained, just the tiniest bit unreadable. That tension softness wrapped in mystery is what makes Yoongi's lips so irresistibly sexy in a way that sneaks up on you. And the way he moves them, that's where the real obsession begins. When Suga speaks, he does it with an economy of motion. No wasted energy, no exaggerated shapes, just clean, precise articulation. His lips move like someone who has mastered the power of saying more with less. This minimalism is hypnotic. It makes you stare longer, waiting for a smile, a smirk, or even a tiny twitch. And when he does smile, God bless every army who has ever survived it, his lips pull back gently, revealing a warmth that feels rare, special, like a privilege you weren't supposed to see. But let's talk about the smirk. Suga's smirk is a cultural phenomenon, a weapon, a form of emotional violence. It's the expression that appears for half a second during rehearsals, dance practices, or after a member teases him. The right corner of his lip lifts just slightly, barely noticeable, yet it hits harder than any full-blown grin could. Fans have slowed these moments down, analyzed them, replayed them 1,000 times because that smirk carries layers: confidence, mischief, intellect, and a very controlled kind of desire. Then there's the way he performs on stage. When Yoongi raps, his lips move with a rhythm that looks calculated, almost surgical. They shape syllables sharply, cleanly, as though each word is a blade he's carving into the beat. Watching his lips during Dachwita, August D, or even older performances like Cypher P Team 3 feels like watching a craftsman work precise, intentional, powerful, and fans adore how his lips part slightly after an intense verse. His breath visible, his expression fierce. It's raw, it's honest, it's incredibly sexy in a way that feels more emotional than physical. But Suga's lips also hold history. They've been the silent witnesses to years of hardship. Nights in the studio with no sleep, personal struggles he carried quietly, the pain and determination he poured into his music. Sometimes, in behind-the-scenes videos, you can catch him pressing his lips together tightly, not in anger, but in focus, concentration, or quiet frustration. Other times, his lips form a soft purse of satisfaction when a track finally sounds right. These tiny expressions, subtle as they are, feel intimate. They allow fans to see the man behind the legend. One of the most heart-wrenching things ARMYs mention is how Yoongi's lips tremble when he's emotional. During concerts, especially when he gives closing speeches, his voice softens and his lips quiver just slightly, betraying tears he's trying to hold back. Those moments remind fans that beneath the calm, cool exterior is someone deeply sensitive, deeply human, deeply loving. And let's not skip the military era, because even there, even in uniform, even with minimal styling, Suga's lips stood out. They looked softer in contrast to the structured lines of his uniform, a gentle point of humanity in an environment built on discipline. ARMYs often said his lips made him look like a quiet soldier with a poet's heart. But the final layer, the real reason Suga lands at number 3, is something fans feel more than they can explain. His lips are undeniably sexy, yes, but they're also emotional, expressive, and deeply intimate. They hold warmth he rarely shows openly, passion he releases through music, softness he guards carefully, and strength he carries silently. His lips mirror his soul, quiet, layered, powerful. They don't overwhelm you, they stay with you, linger in your mind, replay themselves long after the moment has passed. Yoongi's lips aren't loud, and they don't need to be. They're the kind of beauty you don't forget once you notice it. And once you fall, there's no climbing back out. Number 2. Taehyung, the golden lips that define a generation. Taehyung's lips are not just a feature, they are an era, a phenomenon, a piece of pop culture history wrapped in soft curves and quiet danger. When ARMYs from every continent voted him into the number 2 spot, it wasn't just because his lips are outrageously beautiful, it's because they hold a power that feels almost supernatural. These are the lips that launched millions of edits, fan arts, fan cams, slow-motion compilations, and entire TikTok trends. These are the lips that make people pause mid-scroll because suddenly their heartbeat picks up speed and their breathing gets weird. These are the lips that turned a warm-hearted Daegu boy into a global symbol of irresistible charisma. Taehyung's lips have a shape that seems impossible to recreate, full yet sculpted, curved yet sharp, soft yet intensely expressive. His top lip has that perfect, subtle dip in the middle, while the bottom lip is plush enough to make even professional stylists sigh in defeat. They're naturally rosy, naturally photogenic, naturally glowing even without makeup. You could put Taehyung under fluorescent supermarket lighting at 2 a.m., and his lips would still look like a K-drama close-up scene. But what truly destroys ARMYs is how he uses them. Taehyung's lips are a full performance on their own. Every movement, every twitch, every microscopic shift is a cinematic event. When he smiles, his lips pull back with a boyish softness that makes him look like the sweetest, most gentle human being on earth. But when he smirks, when one corner rises just slightly, when his eyes narrow, when the vibe shifts from soft to dangerously charming, that's when fans collectively lose the ability to function. One smirk from Taehyung is enough to break TikTok's algorithm. He doesn't even have to try. And don't even get ARMYs started on the lip bite. Taehyung biting his lower lip, whether he realizes he's doing it or not, has caused more emotional damage than entire K-pop scandals. He does it when he's nervous, when he's thinking, when he's trying not to laugh, when he's focused on stage, and especially when he's lost in the music. It's never exaggerated, never forced. Just a natural movement that looks like it was crafted by destiny to ruin people's peace of mind. And let's talk about his singing, because that's where his lips transform into something truly unforgettable. The way Taehyung shapes vowels, the velvet in his consonants, the way his lips part just slightly before delivering those signature deep notes. Fans have studied these details like scientists observing rare celestial events. Every live performance becomes an emotional experience not only because of his unique baritone voice, but because his lips move with such intention, such mystery, such raw artistry. During Singularity, they linger with sensual enigma. In Sweet Night, they soften with aching sincerity. In Slow Dancing, they curve with mature, dreamy allure, proving how beautifully he has grown as both an artist and a man. His lips are instruments, tools of expression that shape not only sound, but feeling. And when Taehyung is emotional, that's when the impact becomes unforgettable. The way his lips tremble slightly when he fights back tears, the way he presses them together tightly when he's trying to stay composed during heartfelt moments, the way he breathes out slowly while giving speeches, his lips parting gently as he tries to express gratitude that words can barely contain. These are the moments when Taehyung's lips stop being sexy and start becoming human. You see the boy who once doubted himself, the man who carries so much love in silence, the artist who shares his heart in ways only he can. Even during his military service, armies couldn't stop talking about his lips. Barefaced, with no styling, no filters, yet his lips still looked soft, full, impossibly photogenic. They contrasted sharply with the rugged uniform, like a reminder that beneath the discipline and strength, Taehyung's gentleness remained untouched. And then there's his behind-the-scenes era, the clips of Taehyung deep in focus, relaxed yet captivating, with his lips slightly parted as he concentrates. These moments live rent-free in millions of minds. His lips in those tiny glimpses feel like an unintentional confession, raw effort, raw beauty, raw humanity. But the biggest reason Taehyung ranks this high is the emotional weight he carries through his journey. His lips are tied to every dream he chased, every risk he took, every note he perfected, every artistic boundary he broke. They tell the story of someone who started as the unknown trainee with a hidden face and grew into a man whose presence defines a generation. His lips represent transformation, innocence to elegance, softness to confidence, boy to icon. They are sensual, yes, beautiful, absolutely. But more than anything, they are a symbol of the emotional journey armies have witnessed from the very beginning. That is what makes Taehyung's lips the second sexiest according to ARMY worldwide. They are not just attractive, they are meaningful, they are mesmerizing, they are legendary. Number 1. Jungkook, the untouchable global fan magnet of BTS. When we finally arrive at the number 1 spot on this electrifying list, we enter a realm where statistics shatter, expectations crumble, and the very definition of global popularity is rewritten. Because standing at the peak, shining brighter than any spotlight, louder than any applause, and more unstoppable than any cultural wave is none other than Jeon Jungkook, the golden maknae, who has become a universal phenomenon all on his own. This isn't just about having many fans. It's about redefining what it means to be a modern icon. American fans don't just like Jungkook, they orbit around him. They're drawn to him the way people are drawn to legends. Every time his name appears online, the algorithms tremble. Every time he sings, charts shift. Every time he moves, millions pause their day just to witness it. That's not popularity, that's gravitational force. Jungkook holds the top spot not because of one single talent, but because of the synergy of everything he is. The voice that melts stages, the dancer who moves like the wind, the performer who becomes a completely different being once the lights hit him, the athlete with a physicality that feels sculpted, the introvert whose vulnerability creates an emotional connection deeper than words. Fans in the United States connect with all of it emotionally, intensely, and fiercely. What truly cements his place at number 1 is his dual power, the ability to reach ultra-viral status even when he's silent, and the ability to dominate global conversation the moment he lifts a finger. In America, TikTok edits of Jungkook's eyes alone can cross millions of views. A single shout-out from a celebrity instantly triggers news coverage. A random livestream becomes a global event. No other idol commands that kind of spontaneous cultural explosion. But beyond the virality, beyond the views, beyond the trends that he effortlessly breaks, lies something deeper: his sincerity. American fans fall for the realness behind the glamour. The shy smiles, the honest confessions, the unexpected moments of softness. His personality makes people feel like they're supporting someone who's human, warm, and grounded, despite being one of the most influential entertainers alive. Number 1 was never a question. It was destiny. Jungkook isn't just the most popular member among American fans, he's the face of a generation, the kind of star whose presence lingers long after the music fades, whose influence shapes online culture in real time, and whose name alone is enough to send an entire fandom into overdrive. In the universe of BTS, every member shines, but Jungkook is the supernova. And as American fans continue to grow, shout, stream, edit, celebrate, and worship every moment he gives to the world, one thing becomes very clear. There was never a list. There was always only one name at the top.